New transfusion marked urgent. What is that about? Whoa. Well, that would explain the urgent tag on your file. Christ on a bike, what happened to you? Never mind. I think this room is not sanitized enough for this. Give me just a moment. No, I'm not sanitizing you per se, just the entire area around you. Well, luckily, you did come to the right place. Okay. That should be enough for now. So, we don't need to get into what exactly is going on, but I'd like to just take a look at your aura, at your energy, get a little feel for what's underneath, if you don't mind. I won't be touching you directly, but I will be getting quite close. Is that alright? Alright, so let's do a little investigation here. Well, this is... You know what? This is a good opportunity here. This is. Because while your energy here is a little severe, a little harsh, I think that this is something really that can be remedied with a little bit of time and a little bit of work, and I'm more than happy to do that for you. And you obviously knew that something was going on, or you wouldn't have made an appointment for this energy transfusion. Let's see. I'm gonna have to, this might feel a little strange, but I'm gonna have to kind of get into these a bit. Do a bit of accentuation maneuvers here. How this transfusion is going to work, I'm going to identify any soft or weak spots, any perforations in your energy. And then we're going to infuse your energy in order to balance everything out. Alright. Now, this actually isn't the worst that I've ever seen. It's just been a while since I've had an urgent tag on a file. There we go. Good. And I have absolutely no reservations about if this is going to work or if we're going to be able to help you. I think this will do a great lot. few spots. Definitely the layer of everything. It's a little thin in general. So your aura should be a good amount away from your physical body. Yours is tucked in quite tight here. It's quite tight to the body. There is not a lot of space in between each of the layers. There are 7 layers here. And I think that you've kind of, I don't want to say accommodated, because it wasn't for you and it wasn't in a positive way, but you've adapted in a way to make yourself smaller, to kind of ignore what's going on a bit, maybe, or just hope that maybe it would kind of fix itself. But it hasn't. It's just gotten tighter and tighter, more compressed, and more volatile, like shaking up a soda pop and twisting off the cap. Get a bit of an explosion there. That's not what we want. So, we have some thinness, we have some tightness, and we do have a few holes. What I'd like to do with you, I am going to sanitize and prep the site, and then we're going to do some infusion. We're already familiar with the sanitizer here. I am just going to have you close your eyes. We're going to get a little closer here. I just want to soak the whole auric field. Just let that disperse a bit. There we go. Good. Good. Let that sit for a moment. So, prepping the site is going to be almost like, I hate to bring this up, but when one gets their blood drawn, sometimes you have to tap the site, and we're going to do something very similar. I'm just going to be tapping around the aura to help stimulate it, make it a little easier to see. Alright. If at any point, if anything feels weirder than normal, if you get lightheaded, if you start getting kind of a fruity taste on the tongue, but not like actual fruit, more like cheap chocolate kind of fruity, let me know, because that's not something we want. So let's come over here and just bring this around. Good. So our goal here is to balance everything out much better. You've got some intense levels of what might be considered bad energy, but that kind of has a connotation that I don't like. And negative also has that sort of charge to it, but the fact of the matter is a balance, right? That's why we are doing this, to balance it out. We don't want to completely remove negative energy, just what's not working for you anymore. Because, not to be cliched, but you can't have the good, you can't cherish the good, appreciate it, and understand it without the bad. And without the good, we wouldn't know what the bad was. But some negativity is necessary. Some stress is necessary. It's just when it gets so out of whack like this. When you've got some real jacked up levels like this, that's when it's a problem. Getting any of that fruity taste? Okay, how about the lightheadedness? Almost done here. I just want to make sure everything is... There we go. Responding. So, it's a little sluggish, a little lethargic, and that does make sense regarding your situation. So I'm just going to pull the edges a bit. Pull them so that maybe we can start to fill out the true boundaries of your aura. Good. And if you feel like you need to get anything off your mind, if you feel like there's something specific that is causing this imbalance that you want to share, you're more than welcome to. I do not mind at all. Just keep pull, release, pull, release, pull, release. And I'm just going to be touching very lightly here because it's so suctioned almost. It's like cling film to the physical body. There. Pull that out. Just pulling these edges. Fluffing this out. Professional aura fluffing. Good. Okay, so let's see here. Let's take a peek. Right. Yeah, I think that let's come out a little bit. Let's come out a little bit and we can do some infusion here. So what I do is a bit of a mixture. So energy healing can come in a lot of different flavors. A lot of people know Reiki as energy healing, but we're going to be firstly not exactly creating energy, but transferring energy. I will be acting as a conduit for this. I'm not actually using my own energy. We are just going to summon some of that. the right ingredients here. Right about there. So we just keep pulling this out. Can you see that? Some people can, some people can't. I have this ball here, this ball of energy. It is a very, very, very pale blue in color, almost white. And swirling, changing, moving. And we're going to start by putting this right here. Right here. Talking to myself a smidge. There we go. That's seated up a lot better. Tends to get a bit easier as it goes on. There we go. Just kind of mold it a little. Let it warm up. There we go. Each transfusion specialist has a different ritual, almost, procedure that they do to prepare and infuse. That one's not very good. That'll be used by someone else. It's not applicable for our situation. Maybe gotta coax this one a bit. No. Don't like that one either. I want something stable. So what I think will serve you much better is some stability in uncertainty. There we go. There we go. So let that just Let's try to seal up some of these holes then. And we can use little bursts here. We can come here and just let that go in there, a little quicker. Little baseball sized amount here. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm humming, it's almost a more frustrating process because I think most people perhaps can't hum more than one note at a time. Some people can get that polytonal quality, hum. There we go. The Song of Storms from Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. And that one has kind of a lot of layers to the song. It's not something you can hum in one go, at least for a lay person. Too big. There we go. Alright, one more. There we go. Right to the heart. Right, I like how that's looking. I just want to kind of take a peek around. It's kind of gone back down a little bit, so let's see if we can do a little bit of stimulation here. And we can get the rest of the infusion. Just got blood. Moving pieces here. A lot going on. Be very thorough. I think so far, everything's gone to plan. Everything looks good. I mean, it is being a little slower to respond, but that just means we'll do a bit more work to offset that. So I'm thinking this time I'm going to be drawing some symbols around some areas. I think in terms of actual infusion, we're going to have to do these little bits, it's almost like spot treating. We're going to have to spot infuse. So for example, if I have something right here, I'm just going to draw a little symbol right there and press that in like that. Draw a little symbol here, press it in, just like that. That's what we want to see. Press it in. All these little cracks and fissures. we're taking little bits of energy and just using the symbol press, to give it some more oomph. Little bits here. Just press these in. Good. Some little detail work here. We'll just press. A bit more. Good. Well, it's staying a little more loose. It is filling out this area more. I mean, I can just grab onto it and pull it a bit. Pull, grab, pull. Give it a good yank or two. There we go. That looks pretty good. So, see if there's any other areas we want to infuse. Overall, how are you feeling? It's common to feel tired or drained, but I wasn't sure if there was anything else. Okay. So, I'm thinking that maybe here we'll just do some holds and just let it sort of diffuse. So hold right here. Take a deep breath in and out. Good. So we're bringing in that energy, letting some diffuse out. Right here. Deep breath in and out. Good. Deep breath in. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in and out. Deep breath in. Press in a couple spaces here. Good. after an infusion, we want to just double check everything, make sure that everything looks good. We've done some checking in between, but this is a little more comprehensive. It's a little up close, I apologize. That looks good. And after that, I want to just seal everything up and add a little bit of a protective layer. Think of it like putting some triple bacterial ointment or whatever kind of medicine you use when you get a scrape. Something to just add a little bit of the barrier and hopefully prevent any problems before they might crop up. Everything's still a little sensitive, and we want to make sure that it doesn't the problem gets solved and not just temporarily fixed. Let's work on some sealing. I'm just going to be pressing into the aura. And while I am compressing it, I'm compressing it to the spot where it needs to be. There we go. Good. Press that in. Good. Alright, let's check the seal on there. No, it's got a little bounce to it. Want it just a little more. Press that in. Cling wrap that to where it needs to be. Good. So, as far as our protection layer goes, just going to be smoothing that over. Smoothing it over. So I'm using just a little bit of energy here to create this protective little bubble. There. And we'll just smooth everything down. Good. Round. Smooth. Go. And just bring everything together. Good. symbols here. Good. There we are. Just a little bit of the sounds from my skin. Otherwise, it's rather cold. We don't want this to get to where it was by any means, so you might notice that some things have changed, some thought patterns have changed, how you think about certain things might change. I want you to take note of that. And notice if maybe what you were doing before, what you were thinking before, firstly, if that was contributing, and secondly, if it serves you. Was it making you a better person, a smarter person, more capable person, or was it just stress? Close it out. That's something that I struggle with a lot because sometimes it feels like I'm only productive when I'm feeling bad, or that, sometimes that's sort of self-flagellation or forcing myself to deal with bad subjects or bad situations. I've learned that sometimes I fall back on that because it can be addictive, and it's not actually making me a better person or more capable. It doesn't mean that I'm dealing with things better. It just makes everything worse, even though it feels like the only productive thing to do sometimes. I think that's why so many of us get caught in doom scrolling, because it feels like we have to. It feels like it's productive, right? But a lot of that is indulging in fear and uncertainty, and your brain gets a kick out of it. It's a bit maladaptive, but it does. So, I know that certainly I am one of those that has to kind of take a second and be like, is this actually doing anything for me? Or am I just not mentally stimulated enough that this is what my brain is stuck doing? It's just something to keep in mind. There we go. Alright. How are we feeling? Okay. We're not going to go out and start doom scrolling. Alright. So, final thing I want to do, we're just going to clean everything up. Little spritz here. We'll send you on your way. Gentle mist falling on your aura here. Gentle if anything, you're going to walk out of here with at least one change, and that is you're a lot more damp than when you came in. So, there we go. I would like to thank you so much for choosing our clinic for your energy infusion. You might notice that you feel a little bit more sensitive to stimuli, to emotions, and that is normal. You might also notice that old patterns keep trying to creep in. They may not have as much of a foothold on you as they did before. It might not be as automatic, and I want you to watch those. Make sure that when that urge comes, that is your cue that your brain's trying to fall back into that pattern, and that it's not really productive. It's not really making you a better person or making you feel stronger, more capable, anything like that. But it is a sign that you need to go find something that maybe does. Hobbies, for example. With that, I hope you enjoy your energy infusion, that you feel like a much different person leaving this clinic, and I hope you have a whale of a day.